Lord.
Ron said, "Oh Lord."
Oh Lord.
It was about something else.
Oh.
Something
Oh
else.
oh oh oh.
So,
Hey,
hey,
is
everybody.
your
this
son-
Dave, you
Classic.
snuck in.
Yeah. No one told me this is going on.
Us neither.
It was in the. My carrier pigeon hasn't got there yet.
Look,
So,
I was
Ron,
told to be
is-
here
is-
at 3:00. You talk about
Yeah.
getting screwed.
Is your son gonna like happen on the show and show off his guns again? Make you kind of look
No,
a
I'm
little
not here,
envious?
so he's not here to
okay.
flex. Yeah. That was an option to do the show from home, but I'm up here still doing
I
stuff.
could see by your phone. Yeah.
Yes, still blinking, Hey everybody, it's Thursday night. It is time for a special edition of the Bone 6 Fix plus Reaper Live, all smashed into one thing. So,
And John's already
thanks for joining
pre-yawning.
us. What's that?
John is already pre-yawning.
Oh my gosh,
I was yawning.
He always yawns on Reaper Land. So
That's right.
So anyway, Thursday night. Thanks for joining us. It is time for Reaper Live / the Bone 6 Fix, the highest rated shows, plural, on Twitch. If you don't believe us, you can go check yourself. And here we are in the middle of our sixth Bones Kickstarter, and we're here to give you guys the scoop on everything that there is to know about Bone 6, thus the Bone 6 Fix. So, guys, what's been going on?
Can we TM that
this week with you guys, aside from Bone 6? Anything happening special?
Who you starting with?
Raise your hand. Go ahead, just start.
Oh,
Nothing.
John.
Huh?
I'll go.
Oh, okay.
John.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, me and Ed have been recovering from sickness, so that's been fun. But it's been giving me a lot of time to catch up on some stuff. It's really nice at home. I have double monitors, so I have like 20 tabs open, and it's fun jumping around to like Twitter and talking to people, and then jumping to the Kickstarter comments, and then over to the forums, and then on the Facebook. So I'm just hopping around everywhere. In real life news, this week is World Championships for Color Guard, thing I used to compete in. So I've been watching that and keeping up with that. So that's been a good pastime for me when I'm resting, taking my naps and stuff. But I'm feeling much better, and I'm ready to get back into work because there's a lot of molds to be made. So I got to get back in there.
Yeah.
But I'll be back.
Speaking of that, real quick, just before I forget, the new release. We have 2 new releases in April. One of them got bumped a little bit because we've had some delays in production. So there is no new release on.
As eyes turned to John.
421 as we had planned. That's been bumped back a little bit, so you won't see them on the new releases page in the next couple weeks. Anyway, enough about that. So I just didn't want to forget that. Ed, what about you? Anything going on?
Same with John, man. We're stuck here at home trying to get over to test negative so we can get out of here, get out of jail, and past all the symptoms, we're just sort of cruising along. And this got dropped on us. Anyway, it took 5 of us out in a matter of a day or so. It just went pow right through the shop. So, and but past that, like John, I'm at home. I'm getting a lot of stuff done. I'm forcing myself to work through my email. It just goes grind. But getting a lot of other stuff done on the computer, which is good, and staying up with everything. Watching the Kickstarter, that's been really fun. It's clipping right along. We're now, I say clipping along. Now we're in those doldrums, that little flat period in there. So the clip is not so much. It's more of an ip, and but still, it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's going along and seeing what's coming up. Stuff's moving around, so it's chilling. Goose has been keeping me going. So,
Okay,
Dave.
Dave, while
let's
these guys have been home, what the hell have we been doing?
Well, shit, running my ass off. That's what I've been doing. I ain't got no ass. Let's see. I was doing an audit of the Adobe software, which I talked with you about, Ron and Justin.
Yep.
Let's see. Ran my dad down to his doctor's office. Going over, checking on Ed, bringing him supplies. RBS, Royal Bank of Scotland, is doing a Know Your Client. just to make sure that we're not a bunch of terrorists around here. And then of course it's like, I want A, B, and C. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no one look at Ron when I say that. I want A, B, and C. And so you give them A, B, and C. And then you go, wrong, submit again. Well, tell me what I'm doing wrong. How about that? So I was on the phone with them for today, this last week. So it's been running around pretty hectic. Let me tell you, I'm ready for this crap to be over, and Ed to come in and ignore me on days.
Yeah, it really sucks
And
being
Ron,
stuck at home because there's things I want to go do. Like I want to go get new pairs
Does
of
it?
glasses. I want to go to the chiropractor. I want to go get my hair cut. But
When you finally
Have
get
you-
time off to go, and those things you start
Can't.
thinking about, well, I might as well go do this, or I need to get, and you go, well, you can't
Yeah.
walk through that door,
Right.
kind of a thing. Then you're just
Yeah,
like going, okay,
Mhm.
it's very much kind of like tax season, because during the big crunch, you sit around and you go, what was life like before tax season? You know what sounds fun? Going out and doing blah, blah, insert something.
Mhm.
And okay, that's it. As soon as it's over, that's what I'm doing,
Mhm. Yep.
Well,
So
that's true.
yeah, because as soon as I get out of here, I'm going up and sitting in my window up in Ron's office and watching him work. That's
I'm
where I'm
gonna have
headed.
plenty of stuff in my window.
He's actually put a lot of things there so you can't do it anymore.
I put a tack over there so you can't sit there anymore.
Ah, crap. I'll
Oh,
put a
that's
bunch of
right, yeah.
straw. I won't. Yeah.
A guy, turns out, believe it or not, turns out there's a lot more Indiana Jones fans than there are Star Wars fans. A guy came by that the bank sent over to appraise our property, the value. So I was doing him the quick show around tour and everything, and he's like, well, what's upstairs? I go, well, we got some offices upstairs. And I go, are you an Indiana Jones fan or a Star Wars fan? He goes, oh, Indiana Jones, absolutely. You're in for a treat.
Trying to
Come on.
bribe him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good.
Trying to
it was
get
a
that
good
property
bribe.
value up.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, Ron, what have you been doing?
Yeah, Ron,
Nothing.
what have you been doing?
Just sitting around, hanging out. Just like you guys, just doing it in my office instead. Just hanging out,
Steve
chilling.
Skillman didn't keep you going this week?
Steve's got me going all the time.
Oh, and in fact, I told him in chat, Steve Skellman made the Comedy Corner this week.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
really?
Yeah.
Steve is keeping me up to date on all his memes, all his comments. He mentioned something about a lighthouse one or two times. I don't know what he's talking about.
Lighthouse.
He,
Did he say it like that?
A lighthouse.
Like a floating house? Like it's full of
I
helium?
don't know. I don't know what
Oh.
he's talking about.
Hmm.
My favorite comment so far on the Kickstarters is about the new dance, the new hot dance. It's called the Lighthouse Dance. He said that it's like the sprinkler dance, but without the arm. So, so that was my favorite comment on the Kickstarter so far.
Steve also said that our official song now is, instead of the Commodore's Brick House, it's now Lighthouse. She's a lighthouse.
Oh, yeah.
He sent me the lyrics. I completely ignored it and deleted it.
And doesn't it put the song in your head though, and it's stuck
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
it worms in? Yeah.
You immediately
Steve,
called ASCAP BMI going like, can I trademark this song?
Steve, I didn't delete it. I still have it. Matter of fact, I tried to record it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just sitting here reading Steve Skellman memes all day.
Oh, damn. Must be nice.
I know. No, the fact that even though the Kickstarter's going and we're in the doldrums, it's nonstop. It's still nonstop. Now it's not panic by any means, but it is definitely energetic. There's still a lot of stuff to do. You have to make changes on the fly, and I'm still talking to the sculptors every day via messenger, text, email, instant message, things like that. So there's still some things to be done. We're still working on a lot of stuff. So,
Well, and there's new stuff. I saw that movie you sent Dave on that thing y'all are working on together, his idea, and that's some cool stuff.
Yeah.
it's
that
coming
nobody's
together.
seen.
And this stuff here, the Shadows of Scullenhall, that's some
Scullenhall.
awesome stuff.
I think so.
Especially like the Vorvor Laka Elder.
Yeah. The Vorverlaka.
Yeah.
Instead of just calling it werebat, we thought we would call it something cool. So we have in the Chronoscope line a Vorverlaka, which was the Chronoscope metal piece, and we also transferred that to Bones, the Vorvalaka. And so I thought, well, it's a cool name for a vampire, so let's just keep the name. So it's the Vorvalaka Elder because it's a much larger mini.
Yeah.
That's what it struck me as, is that not a bat as much as a vampire bat. I mean, as a more of an ancient vampire and a more of his normal in his his image, you know,
Primal
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Huh?
His
Primal form. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch the early series of what was it? What was that show, Ed, that we used to watch? They would go around and they would hunt urban legends.
Night Stalker?
No.
That
But
long ago?
it's about the two brothers,
Oh,
maybe
not
Chatwin,
Stranger Things. I just
Hardy
saw that
Boys.
the other day.
Hardy
Huh?
Boys.
The Hardy Boys. No, they drive that one
No.
Chevrolet and they're out
Yeah.
hunting their dad. All
The
that
X Files? I don't know.
No.
No. Supernatural. Thank you.
Supernatural.
Yes.
It's like run for
Supernatural.
18 years. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, that looks like, to me, looks more like an urban legend creature than anything. Is my point.
I like it.
The Vorvalaka, it reminds me of the Night Stalker, Kolchak, the Night Stalker from the
Oh, yeah?
70s.
Yeah.
Do
Do you know that started with a movie of the week?
Oh yeah.
The preview was a series and it got a lot of popular play, so they decided to make it into a TV series.
Yeah, that show scared me as a kid. Joseph Wolf just wrote. He said that the Vorvalaka originally came from ReaperCon 2014, I believe, when we did Space ReaperCon at the Hilton Hotel in Louisville. Was a race of space vampires. He came up with the name Vorvalaka, and so that's where the name actually came from. Joe actually came up with the name, but I decided that it's no longer just a space vampire; it's for any vampire. So I'm gonna.
Well, vampires are around pretty much forever, so they might start off in a medieval setting, but they definitely could end up in space and
they fly out of
steampunk.
space. So yeah, Joe came up with that.
They got their start on the Night Stalker and then moved on from there.
Yes,
always.
There was a movie in the 70s also called, I think it was called Gargoyle. Do you remember that?
No.
Gargoyles? It's not a cartoon. It's a movie called Gargoyles about these big scary gargoyles. Anyway, it kind of reminds me of that too. I'm not sure where Weeby got his specific inspiration, but it's a cool piece. You might not notice, but the Caspar von Monstein, the vampire there, that costuming is the same costuming as Judas Bloodspire from Warlord. What I did is I took the Judas Bloodspire concept art and I sent that to the Punga artists, and they made Judas. They just kind of reposed Judas in this new pose, and that's Judas Bloodspire, just in a different pose. But without the cool flowing bat cape. But it was But we took the name Casper from an old Dark Heaven miniature, so it's kind of a mishmash of all kinds of things. Same thing with Claudia von Monstein. That was an old Dark Heaven miniature that Sandra Garrity sculpted, the original design, and this was just an updated concept based off of the Warlord mini. I can't remember her name. Anyway, that's her costuming. And then you see the Nosferatu by Izzy Collier. Just a cool new design of a Nosferatu. And to me, if you look at the Nosferatu, it almost looks like the Vorvalaka could be the Nosferatu transformed into a vampire bat. But you know what? Whatever your imagination wants to do, it's all good.
I'm seeing in chat as we're mentioning all these shows. Oh, that scared me as a kid. Oh, I love that one. That scared me as a kid. The ultimate for me was the years ago. My dad, who grew up in the Depression, he went to a movie theater when movies were a dime, and he went to go see The Mummy with Boris Karloff. And I remember watching it as a kid growing up, and it's like, okay, that's okay movie, you know. But it scared him so bad in the movie theater, he had to get up and leave. He didn't even finish the movie. It scared him so bad.
The Hand, yes, yeah.
My dad's got
the one that actually I had nightmares from for a jillion years was that one with the giant ants in it. That sort of post-nuclear.
Them. Was it them or it?
No, because them was, I think, were the special glasses that you could see everything that the aliens were. Wasn't that it? Oh shit, I don't know anymore.
They Live.
Them. They say it's Chad is
Them,
saying
and
them.
yeah,
Chad is the collective intelligence. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
them
yes,
is
they
the
are.
ants. Yeah, but that as a kid, I would have those nightmares of being somewhere, and I would hear that noise, and that meant that there was a giant ant somewhere. You know, kind of a thing. So
And some of the movies, Ron would like get a kick out of this. Some of the movies I remember growing up getting scared the hell
Zappo,
out
yeah,
of, and nowadays, all of a sudden they're showing up on Mystery Science Theater or
Yeah.
Riff
yeah,
Tracks, and back then it was like,
My dad told a similar story, but his story that scared the piss out of him was The Thing.
yeah. That's another one.
the
Yes.
50s or the new remake of it.
No, the 50s, from the 50s
Oh
with
yeah,
James Arness as The Thing.
yeah.
Um, yeah, he said that scared the crap out of him, and I watched. I was like, okay, let's get scared. And I watched. I was like, this sucks. This is not scary. Not scary at all. Although the John Carpenter Thing from 1983 or whatever, that's a great movie.
That
That's
right. But
Yeah,
your kids
yeah,
would watch that and just go like, okay, Dad, we're waiting. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I indoctrinated my kids into The Thing early, so they know it's scary too. So
Oh, okay. You did
all
your
right.
father the
So
thing.
hey, so while we're talking about Sullenhall, someone asked if we could get a close up or a better picture of one of the pieces. Now, that's just something we've been doing lately with the Kickstarter. Is we've been going back through and doing updates, showing larger photos and better photos of some of these minis, because when they're all kind of grouped together in a big clump, they kind of become indistinct, and the pictures are small. So what we like to do is go back and just sort of focus on them, give you guys a better shot, a better look of what they really look like, and what the artist. There are things that the artist has done that you may not be able to see. For example, I know last night we put up an update that showed the close up of the bog shambler, and on the bog shambler's back, there's a bog mummy kind of embedded into its back. Well, you can't see that in the core set graphics. So what we did is we're showing these different views. If there's something interesting or something neat, we're showing details and things like that. So in the Sullenhall, the Shadows of Sullenhall expansion, there is a piece. Justin, I sent you an email. I emailed you a list of stuff. It was just a
in
reply back.
Paladin 65, yes, it does.
What?
I'm answering a question real quick before it goes off.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Justin, I replied back to your links email with a list of things. You see that?
Yeah. Looks
Justin?
like
Can you not see it on screen?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on another tab. So this is the Necromancer from Sullenhall. So this is by Julie Guthrie, and I think if you look at the graphic on the Kickstarter page, you can see it there, but you can't really make anything out. So
Yeah.
Julie sent me some pictures of this Necromancer, and it's just cool. It just
Yeah.
reeks of just cool. She's summoning the skeleton out
Well,
of
you
the
could do so
ground.
much. Yeah, OSL, you could do a lot with this, pulling it just literally out of the ground and out of the air, this rising. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pulling out of the ground. So Julie, if y'all are watching this, are green users on? Can y'all tell?
yeah.
Let me check. They're here.
They are. They're lurking.
Yeah. Hey, Julie, more of this. Bob, more of this. Let's do more of this. This is cool stuff. I love the skeletons. I love the smoke and the mist that just sort of forms into a corporeal body. And the pose of the skeleton is just sort of, it's just cool. It just reeks.
It's
of
the
cool. So,
composition. The composition of this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that too. Yeah, it's really cool. So, yeah. Anyway, so a lot of people wanted to see that. Well, so actually, we're going to take this image. We're going to put that in an update tonight, showing the Necromancer from Sullenhall. So, wanted to show you guys that. I thought that was a really cool thing, and like I said, the photo and the graphic and the front page of the Kickstarter just don't do it justice. So
Yeah. Very cool.
let's see. Here's something else. So last night when we put up the update, also. One of the pictures was the preview picture at the end of the update was the crawdad or the crayfish from the upcoming Denizens of the Dungeon expansion. There he is. So we put this picture up in the update, and you know what? Oh, either one. It's both of them very great. People lost their minds. They thought, "Oh my God, giant crayfish! Didn't know I needed one. Now I need one. So
I love that picture because the guy looks like he's like on a fishing boat, and this thing just crawled on board.
Yeah. So there he is. That's the giant the crayfish. And so he's on a 2-inch round base. So that gives you some. Can you go back to that scale photo, Justin? There he is. So he's on a 2-inch round base. So yeah, he'll give you a good pinch there if you're not careful. So, but yeah, really, if you go back and look at the comments on the update, and you go back, if you can go way back to the comments from last night, people are just loving the giant crayfish. So there, what's really interesting, guys, I don't know what have you seen in the comments that people are loving in the Kickstarter so far? John, you go first. What have you seen?
Well, the obvious one is the ants. I think ants is the number one, uh, by far. I think, and then I would have to say, maybe the giant skeleton in Sullenhall. I think that's another big one.
Okay.
At least before the rest of the. A lot of people want to see Shimmer scale, but that's not one that we've seen yet. Um, but yeah, I would say the giant skeleton in Sullenhall.
Dave, what about you?
I like the ants
Good
so
eye.
far that have been released. Yeah. The
Oh, the giant ants.
yeah. Out of all the ones that have been released, that's one. Right now, still my favorites. I like that necromancer. That's cool. I like
It is
the
cool.
what, Vorlaka, I guess. Yeah. Still trying to get
Yeah, the
these names down.
Vorlaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's the what I've been seeing is not so much. Yes, the ants are good, and the different things. Is that people that started off like the comment I'm seeing a lot is, oh yeah, when I first got in here and looked, I thought, oh well, this is just nothing, and then all of a sudden this one showed up, and this one just really got me, and so seeing what the different people are really all of a sudden now getting excited about it because when it started, like which most of them usually do, you're only throwing out let's say 20 choices or 15 choices to start with, they do, sort of like, well, I've already got that. Oh, minute arm. So what? And then they see something and boy, they really get excited. And that's what I'm starting to see more and more of. So that's the good part.
The other one that people are excited about are the bee folk.
Yes.
Oh, the bee folk. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Justin,
Weebies. Yeah.
can you go to the Briarwood expansion and look at the let's see, what's it called? At the bottom it says Briarwood Bees Hornet. Can you pull that up?
Briarwood
Bees. The
Bees
Weebies.
Hornet?
Briarwood Bees Hornet. Sorry,
Weebies.
this one wasn't on my list of things to look at.
I've
But
got to pull
It
that
should
yeah,
up.
still be there. We've looked at it before.
yeah, it's in there. It's in there somewhere. So yeah, when we put this up in the second part of the second or third part of the Briarwood
There it is.
expansion, people were really excited about the bee folk, and I think they're really cute. They're really great little minis. Jason Weeby sculpt. Oh, by the way, let me go back. Julie Guthrie we sculpted the necromancer, and then Jason Weeby sculpted the crayfish, and then here we have the Jason Weeby sculpted the murder hornet and the bee folk. They're just really funny. They make me laugh. They're really great. The murder hornet is so creepy and cool, you know. It's just fun. Those are just fun little guys. All those are fun little guys. And people lost their minds about these guys too. So, and I
So
love
cute.
the hex bases. That was great. That's really a nice little touch. And we went
Love the
through and
little
we
touch.
showed some other photos of the bee folk. You can see the bee queen with the baby bee, and you got the shaman with his pollen and his and stuff like that. And you have this. Jason calls the ones with the weapons the stingers. So those are really cute, really cool pieces. So lots of fun stuff. All right. So Justin, also, can you pull up Briarwood _ Fungal King?
Ah, yes.
So
Oh, you
this
got a
is the
turnaround.
So
Oh,
got a turnaround. So Christine Van Patten, while she sculpts, as soon as she finishes, not as soon as, but when she finishes the sculpt, her husband Kyle immediately takes the file and does the turnarounds. So that's what he's been doing
Mhm.
while she's sculpting and he's rendering turnarounds. So, and he's on a 3-inch base, and he's
It's a
kind
big
of
one.
based off of a man. Christine showed me so many different pictures of funguses that I didn't, or I know fungi, that I prefer to say funguses that I didn't know existed. So um, he's based off of like a shelf fungus. His
Mhm.
face, he's got the different types of mushrooms on his body, the toadstools. You can see the lace fungus on his butt. Just all sorts of really cool textures um, and growths on him. He's really great. So really happy with the way this guy turned out. He's really cool, and he's big too. So he's a good
Mhm.
chunky boy for your Briarwood expansion. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they showed
Oh
off.
yeah. Oh.
They should. They since they also 3D print like test to see what it'll look like. I guess at a glance or to see if the sizing is correct and things like that. If they need to fix anything, and
Yeah,
they put this guy next to the fungal queen, and it looked awesome.
yeah, Justin.
So
There's a
I
photo
think they.
called Briarwood Fungal CVP. It's
Oh,
just a
there you go.
There you
JPEG.
go.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And those are side by side. That's a photograph. Um, and I think what I did is I missized the queen in the graphic, but those are the actual print sizes. So,
Hmm.
um, and again, this isn't the old fungus queen that's been the same model. This is a brand new reimagined version of her, a much better version. Christine's become such a much better sculptor. She's really taken to digital sculpting like a fish to water. So, this is a reimagined, revised fungal queen. It's just so much cooler. It's a lot more graceful, more pretty. The textures are great. I cannot wait to see what people do when they paint these. Did y'all know that you're supposed to paint your miniatures? Did you know that?
You don't have to.
What?
You could just play with them with unpainted. I've seen it all the time.
I guess so.
Very true.
Sometimes
Ed
it's
and
fun
I,
to just
when we
collect
first
them.
started playing a game called Warlord, we just took a can of spray paint.
Never
It
heard
was
of it.
like, psh, all the miniatures. There you go. They're painted.
That works. That works. So there you go. There's your fungal duo right there. Um, you know what? So um, a couple years ago, I had sort of imagined a little campaign setting, a little game. It was called Weed Wars. Had nothing to do with weed, but it was about all these different. If you can imagine going to a yard or a backyard or something like that with fungus men and plant people and dandelion people, weed people,
And a weed whacker.
insects. There's all kinds of a fantasy yard sort of environment with all these different creatures that have sort of battled together. Even maybe even fairies and pixies, but this whole just milieu of these different creatures. And one of the little factions that I sort of had imagined was this fungus faction of these mushroom men, which is that's not original, but that's where the fungus king kind of came from. Was this idea of this gross fungus king and in his army of toadstool people, and they warred on the other races of the backyard or whatever it was. But whatever, that's just daydreaming type stuff. But that's where that kind of came from. So
Not too
So
far. There was a
Christine,
game called Wabbit Wampage that was a lot like
yeah.
that. It was creatures versus the farmer. Yeah.
And Christine kind of came up with we did these fungus people for Bones 4. She made those out of clay, Fimo, and I remember I talked to her a little bit about that, and there was a book where we kind of got and sort of poured over a lot of the art together. So it was fun. It's fun to work with these artists on these projects. So
Do you
let's
remember
see.
weeding the parents' yard back in the Fort Worth, Ed?
Yeah.
You gonna tell them?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I was trying to set you up, but go ahead.
No.
I pull weeds out of my backyard every damn weekend. It sucks.
Well, you need to get with Ed. He has a great way of doing it.
Pee on them.
No.
That's his answer to everything.
No. Not for that.
I can confirm. It's not
Yeah.
being
Um,
Pee on
let's
'em.
see. Hey, by the way, Did we already talk about the social media thing?
The
Did we
drift
talk about
lurker,
that?
we
No,
have not.
we have not.
No, we have
No.
not.
Oh, hey, breaking news. Take it away.
Take it, John.
Well,
it
we
away.
reached it about a couple of hours ago. Coming into this morning, we were at like 4,300 as of this morning, and then over the past couple of hours, we got closer and closer and closer and closer, and we passed the 5,000 goal to unlock the drift lurker, sculpted by
All right.
Julie.
Congratulations,
And there it
everybody.
is. The drift lurker. Now this will be added to every core set. So if you get a core set, this will be added into it.
Cool.
I would say
Yeah.
for free, but for free for you doing
Yeah.
your part.
There is no dollar unlock, right?
That's right. Everybody's sharing that meme from the trooper. The I'm doing my part. Everybody was sharing that meme over and
yeah.
over and over again. So,
Starship Trooper.
thank you for doing your part. Thank you for sharing, commenting, getting it out there. Everybody was commenting on it. I was getting so many notifications, stories on Instagram. It was everywhere. So, thank you guys. That's a lot. And people
Yeah,
seem to be
really
loving
cool.
it. I think Ron, you made a good choice on the social media goal.
There's one good choice. So Julie Guthrie sculpted this, and looks fantastic. Her textures are second to none. So great job, Julie. It looks really, really great. I think I
Yeah.
said this yesterday on the update on the Bone 6 fix that someone in the comments called it puny. And I said, well, until you step on it in the middle of the night, and it's worse than a Lego, right? So it's out.
Yeah.
Not so puny then. Yeah.
He's spiky. He's really pointy. And yeah, so it's like, okay, so maybe he's not as big as like the beholder that another company makes, which is like really big, but he's still pretty sizable, and he's really cool. He's really neat. So I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's really neat. And we are going to do more social media stretch goals, right, guys? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
We
As
wanna
soon as I get the
reveal
go
what-
ahead, you'll see it.
Okay. And we're
You
going to
wanna reveal
reveal
what the next one is?
is next week, because we don't know yet.
Okay.
No, that's not true.
Got it.
We have some candidates. We just don't know which ones specifically yet. We do
Got it.
know John's been teasing one. We teased it last week, and Dave's been asking about another one. But we've got some more that we're gonna do as well. So one that we showed here that happened to be a container of water with some people sitting in it. That would be one of the last social media stretch goals.
That's right.
You make it sound so exciting. Container of
I know.
water with people.
Sophie in a hot tub. Everybody knows what that is. Let's see what else. So earlier today, just a couple hours ago, actually, not that, maybe not even that long ago. Christine Van Patten, are you leaving? Okay, kid, you can leave that open. All right. Christine finished. She finished the Shimmer scale model, and so she finished it. We've got it rendered. It's ready to go. But I kind of want to wait just a little bit longer to show that, to see if you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we reveal that.
So
No, just answering some questions. I've seen a lot of questions come by, but
let's answer some questions in chat.
Well, one of them was the week of ReaperCon, the schedule.
Oh yeah, there's asking for con schedule stuff.
Yeah,
you'll be hearing more about that after Bone 6 and stuff.
Yeah.
We have some meetings planned next week to start going down that road.
Okay.
And we just don't want the Kickstarter to overshadow it and things like that. We don't want to get things kind of, all announced all at once and things start mixing together and like that. Yeah.
Now, I think next week we will probably put out the call to instructors to sign up for their classes. We've got to get GrowTix set up for that, so we'll actually be sending out emails to our instructors, the ones who taught last year or previous year, invite them back to teach. So instructors, if you're watching, look for that email sometime next week. We'll get GrowTix set up for that, so you can submit your classes.
Chris was asking about the vendors and the vendors room and stuff like that. So
now there was a question on the inside of that mausoleum that was in there, is that a sculpted interior? I don't remember. Was it finished out in any way?
No, it's plain on the inside. So
Okay.
there's nothing on the inside, and it's just it's four walls and the roof. So there's no detail on the inside, and so it is hollow. There is no floor for it. Like the Obsidian Crypt had a kind of a base, a plate to sit on with a tile engraving on it with the little stuff. This one's not like that. This one's going to be a little simpler than the Obsidian Crypt. So it's just four walls and the roof. But yeah, it's cool. We showed that last time on the update as well. Showed all the skulls. You know, I told everyone to count all the skulls and stuff on the Forlorn Crypt. Really cool piece by Barbara Dolphy. But no,
Bones 5
no
had talk of an old-timey car that didn't make it. Will that make a Bones 6 appearance?
I doubt it. For various reasons, because what we had is we had a Model T or a Model A. I don't remember which one it was. Which one was from the late 20s, early 30s? Model A?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
I
think the T was afterwards in the late 30s.
So we had this car, and we had the files for it, but it became just like a Revell model kit with just a bunch of parts, right? So there was no practical, feasible way for us to make it into a quote unquote miniature without making it into a full blown model kit. So for that matter,
Right.
it got taken out. Now, you know, if something happens in the next 3 weeks where we can figure out a way to simplify that, and maybe, but it was designed to go with the Chronoscope Adventurers, the Cthulhu style.
You know what a good idea for an old timey car would be? A '69 Camaro.
I thought so. As it turns out, Gene Van Horn actually already did that, right?
Yeah. Then
that's another.
There was another. Okay, somebody asked about 5.5. If 5.5 is in town and at the same time ReaperCon is, are we going to wait? You're going to lose some time there because the whole shop revolves around ReaperCon. Usually the week before and the week of, but it'll be set up and we'll be processing it. So it's not like it's not an either or. They in theory could happen at the same time, but you just see resources move left and right.
Okay.
That's also
somebody says
I haven't gotten to that, huh? What, Dave?
Oh, aren't they still shut down right now? For 5.5?
I haven't gotten another update yet. I haven't reached out to him. I'm sending him emails tonight, so I should have more news tomorrow. Hopefully.
Okay. Reaper John.
Somebody asked. Somebody asked if there was going to be any more art books, Ron.
I don't think we have enough art to do another art book. However, you know, if Izzy's got the art, I would be glad to. We could, you know, we could do that for sure. She just finished a couple pieces for Bone 6, which are great, which are amazing. 2 of those are for the she did the Nosferatu, which we see there, and she also did the 2 pieces for the Lost Tombs of Hakir expansion. 2 pieces are from that. That's really cool. But
Art of Might Disney was also
mass to do a book yet.
Art of Might Disney was also saying he had some ideas for art.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Send it my way.
Okay.
A GG expansion. What's a GG expansion?
Green Griffin.
Green Griffin.
Oh, someone was asking if there is a Green Griffin expansion, what it would be in there.
I think what they're asking for about
the extras.
A Green Griffin extras, which we've been talking about, and I think that's a great idea. And if we have time, I think it'd be a lot of fun. When we concepted the Green Griffin expansion, it was going to be what a lot of people always ask for, which is tavern stuff. So that's kind of what the initial offering was the beds, the tables, the benches, all that fun stuff, and with a few patrons. But it wasn't until later that we started thinking, well, wouldn't it be cool to have 2 dwarves rolling dice or some guys fighting or something like that? But we just, you know, at a certain point, you just you can't add everything into these expansions. It's got a budget that it has to stay at. but that's where these what add-ons, or what do we call it, extras, come into play, where you can do more stuff and add those to it. So we are discussing an add-on, an option that you'd be able to purchase and go with your Green Griffin expansion. Speaking of the Green Griffin, there's a link in the updates. There's also a link on the front page of reapermedia.com where you can download the Green Griffin at a glance PDF. I think it's 12, 16 pages. I'm not sure what it turned out to be, but turned out to be really good. The response has been really, really positive. I think you could talk about it on our forums. John, is there a place on Discord for it yet?
People have been sharing it and talking about it. Yeah,
Okay.
I put it in chat for anybody that
So
wants it.
it's really great. Joseph Wolf wrote it, and it's got some really great stuff. It'll give you a lot of background. So if you wondered why are there these ghosts in the Green Griffin expansion, well, if you read the PDF, you'll find out exactly why they're there. Because the Green Griffin's a haunted, like most taverns, like in England, it's a haunted tavern. It's got a long history, and it's really a lot of fun to read. So, but yes,
John
going
and
back
I
to the
should do a
original-
ghost hunting thing.
There you go. There you go. Get your detector things out.
Yeah. Get all the ghost hunting stuff out.
Your EVP things, and I wonder what they would say.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what we'd like to. We'll see, and if we doesn't make it for the Kickstarter, it's something we definitely will do for the future because it sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, what else we got?
I've seen a
They
lot of
keep
questions
asking
about
fan favorites. Is that on the
favorites.
list at all?
What?
A fan favorite is a fan favorites on the list at all?
So fan favorites is usually the thing, the stuff that we couldn't get to, the stuff we couldn't release, along with some stuff that people requested during the Kickstarter. The answer is maybe. We don't know yet. We just don't know until we see.
Because it usually comes together towards the end. In the past,
Yeah,
that's
for
usually
sure.
where
I think in Bones 5, the fan favorites came in within the last few days. It was literally just collecting everything, and we had to get renders and photographs and art from Izzy and things like that just to get stuff done. And it was a lot of fun, but it's kind of frantic there to throw together a fan favorites. But we'll see. If you want it, we need to get these dollars up. So get your friends to pledge, and let's get more backers and more dollars, and let's see if we can get this thing rolling, and we can get to a fan favorites. See how it goes. We've got 2 more expansions to reveal still, so before we get to fan favorites, which are going to be really cool. I hope.
And a bunch of encounters.
Yeah. So I believe that to tie into the Kickstarter and the theme of Tales from the Green Griffin, so we're still going to do some encounters, but instead of calling them encounters, I think the title now is to call them
Tales.
Legendary Tales. So you have legendary tales, the Egg of the Phoenix, for example. And we've got little backstories for all these. Joe's was working on them just a few minutes ago for all these things. John, you did a poll today, right?
I did, yes.
And,
do you want to know the results? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. This is just
One
sort
second, I
of
gotta go
for
find
us
it.
to gauge interest of what you guys thought about the encounters, now called Legendary Tales. Can you
Over on
pull
the
graphic, or
Facebook,
is that-
no, I don't. Justin doesn't have one.
Okay.
It's the overall winner so far with the most votes is the Lost Temple of the Deep Ones with 175 votes.
Cool.
And then followed shortly behind that is the Unholy Sanctum of the Demon Prince with 99 votes.
Okay.
97 votes is Egg of the Phoenix, and then Owlbear, Danger in the Rot Stump Bog, and Feast of the Slaughter Wallers right after that.
Now, when we actually show the miniatures for these expansions or for these encounters, I think those results are going to not flip, but I think you're going to see a lot more interest for the Slaughter Wallers and the Rot Stump Bog, because the Rot Stump Bog has got some really great stuff in it, and I think the Slaughter Wallers is so unusual and so weird that people are going to love it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, I voted for the demon. My first.
Can't wait to show you. The demon one's cool too. Max Dunbar designed the demon one. Max also designed our 30th anniversary dragon. He also designed some stuff for the Lost Tombs expansion. So, Max did the demon lord. It's really cool. It is demonic. It's really cool. We can't wait to show you guys. But we're just not ready yet. We got to get this ticker moving so we can do that. So exciting times.
poll. Yeah, it's on Facebook. The poll is on. Is it still on Facebook, or was it taken down?
Yes. No, it's still there.
Oh, okay.
It's in the announcements. It's pinned at the top of all of the announcements on the Facebook fan page.
Justin, Proctor just texted you and I a photograph, and I don't know if you get
Yep.
I don't know if you can put that
I'm
up.
forwarding it.
Okay. All right. So Proctor
Actually,
just.
nope. He emailed it. Thank you, Michael.
Okay. Cool.
That's out of step.
Yeah. So this is Proctor has been painting some stuff. Michael, if you're watching still, if you can send a photograph of your Charandar dragon that you were working on, we'd love to see a picture of that.
I don't think he's on.
But yeah, so one of the reveals we just got was that let's see, 830,000 Pathfinder Chibi Goblins, and somehow Michael Proctor ended up with an advanced copy of that, and painted one of the minis. There he is. Look at there. Man, he painted green.
Look at that.
No, just kidding. Pathfinder Goblins are Pathfinder Goblin Green, and love that skin on that. That looks great.
That does.
Great.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. This was sculpted by Gene Van Horn. This is from the officially licensed Pathfinder Goblins, Chibi Pathfinder Goblins, licensed by Paizo. And there are 4 goblins in the set. This is the Goblin Archer that Michael painted. And let's see, Steve Skellerman is sending me more memes. What is this, Steve? He's telling me to put skeletons in the Selling Hall expansion. So anyway,
they
Michael,
have nothing
great job.
to do with
Gene,
anything. Oh, okay.
These are really great. Yeah. Michael, do you have the rest painted? If you have the rest, send them on over too. Yeah, these Pathfinder Chibis are great. We've been wanting to put these out for such a long time, but it's just one thing after another. But we're finally glad to finally get these out. The heroes and the goblins, and we have one more to reveal very soon. Michael's sending more pictures. Oh, dang, yeah. Justin, see if you can get that up. Oh, there's something in the background working too. How convenient.
Yeah, you have to share.
This.
You just can't.
Yeah,
you can't just sit there and make comments. And
sorry, Justin's got it. There it is. So there's Charandar. This is a work in progress model by Michael Proctor. This was sculpted by Questron and also heavily tweaked by our own Daryl Roberts. And you can see a little red thing back there in the background, but don't focus on that. Just stay focused on the front here. That's Charandar. Yeah, I love this dragon. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's great.
That's cool.
And we've been
Sharp
showing
claws.
him on Reaper Live. Huh? Yeah.
Sharp claws.
Sure. Yeah, very, very sharp claws. He looks great. Yeah, thanks, Michael, for sending those photos over. Those look really cool. Man, look at that. So that's exciting. And if you're watching, she's probably not, but if you are, I guess your parts are on the way. I don't know. I'll check with Trenchworks. I just didn't get a chance today. But they said.
Oh my God! Yeah. Did you get Anne her dragon parts?
Look,
I guess not.
If I could cast the resin myself, I would do it, but I can't. All I can do is ask Trenchworks to do it. So, all right. Well, very, very cool. Yeah, those look great, Michael. Thanks for showing those, and good job, Gene, on the sculpting of the Pathfinder Chibi Goblins. But yeah, love that. So, speaking of dragons,
yes,
it's time.
Dragons.
Christine Van Patten has been working on the Shimmer Scale dragon from the Briarwood Vale expansion. And we showed a silhouette in the graphic. And I think she sculpted on her stream the other day. And then so she finished it. And then she gave it to Kyle, her husband, Kyle Van Patten, and he rendered it for us and did a turnaround. So we've got the turnaround. So here's the world premiere of Shimmer Scale.
Premiere.
The Fairy Dragon from the Briarwood expansion.
Oh,
look at that.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
It's so cool.
It is cool. It is so cool. It is so cool. Christine did a great job.
I love the butterfly moth wings.
And the wings. Yeah.
Really cool. So I think, Ed, what I'd like to do is with your permission, I would like to get these wings injected in translucent plastic. So the body would be like white, but the wings would be, or gray, but the wings would be clear. That way you can do your
Yeah, no, I
translucent.
think we could easily. Yeah. No, that's definitely.
Yeah.
He always traps me like this in front of everybody, right?
Yeah. So
the
like,
way you
how are
get-
you going to turn them down, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees with me. They want to do this. So as Kristen was working on it, she would share shots and things like that. And so one of the things that the neat features is the dragons. Depends on what you want to call them. I call them antenna. She was calling them horns, and she based them. Christine, if you're watching, and if I get this wrong, you can tell me. Gazelle horns. She put the texture on those, so they could be antenna, or they could be horns, however you want to do it. But at the very tip, those are intended to be little glowing, luminescent
Headlights.
plans or bulbs or something like that. So
Yeah.
and on the base, you
Hortenna,
can,
as Gares would say.
yeah, so you can see the base, and so that's like a water base. You can do it however you want to. You can do a Zen rock base, but it's kind of like it's sort of hovering above a little pool of water with some rocks on it. I think people will be able to do some really cool effects with the base. She was working on it. She didn't want to go so detailed on the base that it would detract from the dragon itself. So we left the base fairly simple, and really just kind of clean, right? But man, I'm telling you,
Nice.
that's cool. That's a cool dragon.
Yeah, on her stream, she was talking about the composition of it all, and the moth. I think they call them like moth antenna, like on the wings, the very bottom of the wings, how they kind of touch down on the base. That obviously helps with stability in casting and as a model itself. But the framing of how that looks creates those windows, like behind the tail and the way that the tail flows and all that stuff. It kind of lays out really nicely, so you can see everything. So I think that's very nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty tickled with it, and it's a great little. It's a cool thing that could be a gaming miniature. Because I mean, maybe I don't know. I guess there could be a potential game where out there where your characters fight a giant fairy dragon, but typically they're small little familiar types. But so this is kind of a life-size fairy dragon that you could put on your desk. So again, the idea was to make a cool piece that could be used for gaming, rather than a gaming piece that happens to be cool. It's actually both, but it's primarily just something very fun and very cool for you guys to paint, put on your desk. Really cool, really neat. I'm really tickled with the way it turned out.
I agree.
So
I like it a lot.
We'll add this to an update tonight. We'll get the graphic updated for Briarwood, and hopefully that'll help the numbers tick up a little more. When people see that, they can decide they want to go ahead and pitch in for the Briarwood expansion, Briarwood Vale expansion. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, it's cool.
So I think the last piece for that expansion is the alicorn. Is that the concept art we have?
It'll probably stay as concept art through the rest of the campaign. Julie's working on a lot of other stuff right now. So, but who knows? But Bob and Julie don't sleep. They live on caffeine, so they may be able to do something else. She's got some. She just sent me some more pieces or some pictures for something she's putting in the denizens of the dungeon. I think this is something that she and Bob are passing. They'll kind of do that. Bob and Julie sometimes they'll work on a piece together. Like, one will sculpt it, and then they'll pass it to over to the next person, and they'll work on it, and they'll pass it back. So they said they do a back and forth kind of thing. And I think this thing they're working on now for denizens is one of those back and forth kind of things. But she sent some other photographs of some other things she was working on as well. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up. We just, it's only day 7 of the Kickstarter. So
8.
we've gotten to like the 30th.
8.
So a lot to reveal still. So lots of fun stuff coming up. And maybe we'll do a preview tonight in the update when we do the close-up update. We'll do another.
That's cool. I never knew that about Bob and Julie, where they trade pieces off. It's very much like the creative process. Like when I was watching the Beatles doing "Let It Be," they would bounce ideas off each other to try and work out the particulars of a song. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
They don't do it with everything, but they do it with some things. And I believe this thing that they're working on now is something that they're, at least they said they were going to do it. And it's really hard sometimes because sometimes I can identify a Rodolphe piece, and then sometimes I can identify a Julie piece. But when they do a jam piece, it's really hard to tell which parts are Bob and which parts are Julie's. Their styles meld so well together. So, but it's exciting. There's some cool stuff coming. Really cool stuff coming.
And they're going to be at the party too, right? Are we out? How have they committed to come?
So. Yeah, they said so. Have we revealed any details about that yet?
Ed just did.
Okay, party.
There you go.
Party at John's house.
Like we've always done with the Bones, we'd have the closing party, and you said the artist would be there. So, what did John just pass out?
Oh. So what we're talking about is, like Ed said, after every Bones Kickstarter, we've had a Kickstarter countdown party, and this year, despite some of the irregularities in the world, we're planning on having another one April 30th. We'll make official This is not official, but we'll make official announcements on social media. John will put it out there, but it'll probably be April 30th from about 12 p.m. to about 4 or 5 p.m. 5 p.m. I think is when this Kickstarter ends. And we'll sort of hang out. We'll watch the countdown. We'll play games. Maybe we'll do a paint and take. What's that?
I said Ron will bring cookies and pie.
Yeah, maybe. If I'm not locked in the closet like I was last time. God, I don't want to do that again.
We could take people over to see the new game store. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, tours the new game store should be open.
It's torturous.
Well, is it going to be open April 30th? No,
we're not scheduled to get the part now until April 24th, and then in turn after it's installed. No, then it has to be installed. Then you have to go through our finals. We can't do any finals because we don't have any electricity.
So tell them they need to hurry. We got things to do.
Yeah,
I mean, we could take it over and show them, but it won't be a functional game store. Yes, there's
that's all. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. You know what? We happen to know someone who's kind of in on the inspection business. Maybe she could, rattle her saber and get some things knocked loose. Maybe.
We'll see.
Okay. It's funny. The slaughter wallers, the whole people thinking it's about walrus people or something like that. That's funny.
Oh yeah, they want to slaughter walrus. that's the new knife goose. That's the new
that's funny.
That's the new lighthouse is slaughter walrus.
You don't tell Jason Weeby, he'll just do it. Do a slaughter walrus.
It sounds like a great mini. It's one of my favorite minis you have in your office from it's one of the old Wrath of the Lich King.
He is watching. So he's probably already started it. Jason.
Oh, I know he's watching. It's got to be watching.
Lieutenant Floby, I don't know. We'll have to see. That gets cut up at
Jason,
time.
Do not do a slaughter walrus until everything else is done. Then you can do a slaughter walrus.
You could have a lighthouse, and then at the base of the lighthouse, you have slaughter walrus.
He's the lighthouse keeper. He's like the keeper.
Oh my God.
Slaughter walrus is keeping the lighthouse.
Just making it worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should do, John. Your poll should be: if we actually put a lighthouse in this thing, who would actually buy one? That's what the poll should be.
Yeah, none.
I know
Everybody's asking for it, but no one would buy it. Not one person.
If you give it to them, sure they'll take it, right? But
yeah. Maybe we can strike a bargain with chat. Maybe we can compensate somehow. I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for as far as updates. We're getting close. We're only 16,000 away from hitting 900, which is going to unlock Briarwood, right?
Mm-hmm. Briarwood 205. Yep, 205 for Briarwood. Yep.
So,
and then it's on to Sullenhall 405.
Any last minute questions here?
Before we get to the funny corner.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm reading.
Yeah.
So you have to give
a lot of slaughter walrus questions.
Countdown party. We talked about it earlier. There'll be an official announcement, Peter.
Yeah.
Soon. We'll try to get it sooner so people can start making plans.
Soon TM.
John's got special plans for the party. He revealed.
Do I? I mean, I want to. No one said I could yet. But
Hey, if you want to do what you said, you have a good time. I'm not involved. You go right ahead. I'm not going.
You got it.
With setup or tear down, leave me out of it. I'm just out of it. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll just look at my window.
You have to come to the party to find out.
Yeah, come to the party. Okay, all right. So, I guess we can do the.
What's the scale on the fairy dragon? You were talking about its life size. What's its height? I never saw.
Well,
thanks for that.
As big as a real fairy dragon. I think that the base on that one is a 4-inch round base, and so that makes the dragon from tip to tip about 7 inches high. So it's about the same height as our typical dragons that you've seen. It's just got a 4-inch base.
A large pack dragon.
Yeah, a small box dragon, small box dragon. Yeah. So here's the thing. Also, get this. Probably, let's just say, based on what we currently sell on our website, dragons like Diabolus and
Deathsleep.
not Nethermaul, but Nethermaul. Guys like
Cinder.
Just our small, what we call our box dragons, the window boxes. They retail for $29.99, I believe. Is that right? And so you got to imagine that this fairy dragon is going to probably it's about the same size. It's going to retail for about the same amount, probably for about $30. Well, the entire expansion is only $50. So it's like if you're interested in this dragon, you know what? This is a steal at $50, the Briarwood Vale expansion, because you get all that stuff for $50, and the dragon's going to cost you $30 by itself at the end. So you may as well just give us your money now. That's what I'm saying. So
Of course, that's always a steal.
Yeah, of course, that's still the expansions are always great deals as well. So, So anyway, just some food for thought there. All right. So hey, you want to do the funny corner? Well, we can read more questions.
I think it's about that time.
Okay, let's do it. Dave, you ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I think he's waiting for the cue.
Here's our graphic.
No, we don't have the graphic at home right
now. You didn't.
We're in the
that.
tavern. The tavern doesn't have graphic. Too rustic.
Tavern doesn't have a graphic.
What kind of place is this? I'm gonna have to talk to my agent about where they booked me.
Well, Dave, you were doing taxes for him last week. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, there's no fire in the fireplace. How is it warm in here?
Kevin said there is fire in the fireplace. We just don't have it in the graphic. But there is fire from the fireplace. So people
look at all that glow. You know.
I mean, how's that pig going to cook? Right? You got to fire in the fireplace.
Magic.
Right. Yeah.
So
Magic.
There's no carpet on the floor because it might be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I never thought about it before, but there had to be a time before the product warranty lawyers got evolved and came around. Justin? Do you remember that scene? He's looking down. He actually looks down the lightsaber. That's Star Wars, the episode 4.
I see. Never seen it.
Yeah, he's Obi-Wan hands him the lightsaber, and he's supposed to be like looking at it. So he looks right down the barrel, you know, and it's like, oh, come on, it's supposed to be a weapon. You don't look down the barrel of a weapon. So Ed, you heard somewhere that, what was it, supposedly 130 million subscribers are on fans only? Something like that?
That was in that article. Yeah, half of America subscribes to see the other half America naked. Yeah.
Yeah. Justin?
Oh, gosh. That's a good meme.
So Michael Collins is our very own in-house troll, but sometimes I wonder if he's too good at being a troll. Justin?
That's funny. I want to put that out and stick it on his door.
Yeah. Where did Ron go? Is he not? He's not going to be here, huh? Like I said last week, some people like to say, go big or go home. But around here we have a different saying. Justin?
You asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ask.
So looking for an apartment can be an arduous chore. Anybody who's ever had to do it. But when you finally find the perfect place, you will know it. Justin?
Sir, this is a liquor store.
I love the decoration.
Yeah, no joke.
Mhm.
Here it is. Here it is. Steve Skellman makes a lot of posts. Justin?
Ah, yes,
Quality content.
that's right. Quality content.
So the new James Bond movie preview has come out. Did any of you guys
Wait,
see
what I
it?
missed? Start over. Go
Oh,
back.
Then-
Go back to
okay.
the beginning.
This is Did you hear this one? This is the one about Steve Skellman right here, Ron.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the new James Bond preview came out. Did any of you guys see it?
No.
No.
No. No. Justin?
Oh no.
There is no reason to sit around and be bored. Even during the pandemic, Ed, there's always something to do. Justin?
That would be fun. Yeah.
That's funny.
There's a lot of things out there that you
That's
need
really
to
funny.
protect young people from these days. So take the time to have the talk with them. Justin?
Oh.
Or cable guy
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. But then again, you may not need to chat with them. You never know. But hey, here's a quick test to figure out if you need to have that chat with them. Justin?
No.
There you go. And there's the comedy corner.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Encore.
Don't worry, I got you.
Do it again.
Thank
Do
you.
it again.
Do it again. Encore. I think that's it for tonight.
That is.
We're gonna give away stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do that
Yeah.
here.
We do that.
We do that here.
Welcome. Well, if if this is your first time, we'll give you another 10 seconds to do #free in chat. We like to do some giveaways here on Thursday night. This is our weekly show. If anybody's new here, if you're coming from the Kickstarter, hopefully you got some cool little previews. They'll be in an update later. Yeah, because I saw some people are coming in late. I know you have work and stuff, but it'll be in an update. But get your #freeze in. I'm stalling, so you can put it in there.
Yeah.
And then Steve is doing a hashtag called "It's Not Too Late, Ron." I'm assuming it's about either the Knife Goose or the House of Light. So.
The House of Light.
Mhm.
There's a better chance of a knife goose appearing than anything else. Let me just say.
Look at that. All right, are you guys ready? Are we doing? Let's just do it.
God, Steve.
Do it.
Steve Skellman. If that is your real name, Steve Skellman.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
if that
uh-oh.
is your real name. He was the
Ron,
Knife
showing
Goose all
the
along.
conspiracy theories.
All right.
Next, he's gonna say his name is I don't know orcs. I guess I don't know.
First name.
Okay.
Galvin Crafts.
R. McBain?
Of Dr. Bob 7815. I'm sort of catching up here. Vin
I don't
Lale?
have chat up, so I don't know who won.
Oh, Vin
John.
Lale. Vin Lale.
Yeah. Candolph. That's a new name.
Jenny Nitus?
Ooh, Jenny Nites. That's a good name. Vic Danger 21.
Like that name. Call Vic Danger. The dire jackalope.
Oh.
Ed?
Oh, iridesced. I was going to say it has
Iridesced.
been John wins a lot.
Jeffrey M. Higgins Dilvish.
Wow.
F. Francis.
In most light. Yeah.
L. Zorel.
Rex 333. Congratulations.
Umbro. Or it should be Umbro.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Zyfurious.
Somebody called Holly Monster.
Who?
Never heard of it.
Never heard
Never heard of it.
Saturn Justice.
Tiddly P.
And last but not least,
Sounds like a rapper name.
TNT 522.
All right.
Blowing
That's
up
20
New
days.
Nice. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations. That's cool.
You won
Yeah.
a $20 gift card to reaperlive.com. This is episode number.
eh,
I'm waiting for Justin. It's not in the title. He didn't put it in the title.
it's not in the title for this
163.
one. We're gonna update
Yeah,
it
sorry.
again.
Sorry, I fell down, sleeping on the job there.
163. 163.
Yes.
So you need to
163.
email giveaways@reapermedia.com with episode 163, and you won a $20 gift card to reapermedia.com. Go pick you up the new Bones USA promo, sculpted by Christine as well.
Yeah.
Rask, go pick that up. Or you can add $20 more and get one for free, along with some other promo models. So
And you just broke your 885, so that gets us that much closer. We're looking for the magic 900.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right.
and the Ukrainian models still for sale for relief.
Yes.
So
We'll have
you
it.
can
We
go
do
pick
it
that
every
up
2
as
weeks.
well.
So next week we'll
Mhm.
see where we are
Give
and
an
do another
update.
deposit.
Oh, let's
And there we
see.
go.
There you go. And remember, Briarwood expansion, only $50. Dragon by itself, 30. Just saying. Just saying.
It's like he's going, it's a new car and it comes with wheels. Just saying.
Comes with wheels.
He's
No,
just being a
it's
good
more-
salesman.
These wheels, they're round wheels. They're good,
Hey, look.
Hey, I got a
Hey.
plan, Justin, for a raid tonight. If that's
Ooh.
okay.
What you got?
Can we raid CNOT?
I was actually just about to read.
Okay. He's doing a
Dave,
sculpting
you
giveaway
knew
tonight.
What was the one you were looking at?
He's not on. Paint and Giddy. He was in
Painting what?
chat. I saw him.
Oh, Painter Leggett? Is that who it
Yes.
is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't
Yeah, I
see
don't
him
see
on.
him on. But CNOT, yeah, he's doing some sculpting tonight. But if you guys want to tell him, maybe try to convince him to come to ReaperCon this year. I think it'd be cool. But
Awesome.
yeah, go tell him what's up.
If Goose ends up with a knife, it's going to get really dicey around here. I'll be like the Pink Panther coming home with Kato every night.
Well, thank
All
you
right.
folks very much.
Well-
We will see you tomorrow for Reaperland. Will probably also be combined with the Bone 6 updates that they run into each other. So I would expect that to be a nice long Bone 6 coverage episode, as well as our normal fun Reaperland hijinks.
Hey,
John, were
are
you going
there-
to come in tomorrow? Were you going to go in tomorrow?
Probably not. I'll test tonight, but Cindy said that she probably doesn't see me until Monday, so that's what. she
Okay.
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means
And
it'll
I'm
likely be
already
a remote Reaper.
Yeah. And I'm preparing for the money trivia for tomorrow.
Perfect.
Gotta have
Very
that.
good.
Oh, I have some cool stories to talk about tomorrow, so
Even
be there.
better. All right. Well, thank you folks very much. Have a great rest of your night, and say hi to Tina. Wave everybody.
Okay.
Why do I have to always tell you guys to wave? You don't ever want to wave.
Hey, where's the laugh track? What do I have to tell you about the laugh
You know
track?
what? Out of the tavern, Dave. Out of the tavern, Dave. All right. See you guys.
You've been banned.
Oh, no. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Have fun.